welcome to Cars at 100. And on this beautiful day I have this beautiful Audi S5 Sportback. We're gonna check out, as usually, the car from outside, inside, and go over some of the features that this car has. Let's go ahead. In order to enter this beautiful Audi S5 Sportback, you have this beautiful key. This key is very distinguished compared to the other keys, and it is really good looking and it feels good in your hand. Lock here, unlock here. You have a trunk release here. You have unlock here, lock here, trunk release here, automatic trunk release. You have a panic button here as well. And you can, as usually, keep this key in your pocket, and you can lock the vehicle by this grooved edge here, as you can see, and it will beep once and you can hear the locks being locked. And you can unlock by the sensor behind the door handle, and just like this you can open these beautiful frameless doors. I mean, these doors are similar to the BMW 4 Series Grand Coupe that I reviewed recently. You can check that review out. I'll post the link by the end of the video so you can check that car out compared to this one. As you can see here, the materials for this Audi are absolutely stunning. One of the best features and one of the most important factors for the Audis have been the interior quality, and this interior quality is also top-notch, as this being an Audi, of course, and this being a little bit more special than a regular Audi. This is S5. It's a Sport 5 iteration of A5 car, and you have a real carbon fiber trim here. You have a very good door opener here. Very nice design everywhere. This is German design, looks really nice. And the buttons on this car compared to the A7 look a little bit similar, but this feels a little bit more special. You have very good double stitching here on the door, very good sound system. You have a trunk release button here. Overall, you have all automatic windows up and down on all four corners. Also memory seating here as well for two drivers. This is Alcantara. Very nice S logo door sills here. Very good seat controls here. You have a very nice seats here. So these seats are very sporty seats. This is optional leather with a quilted and diamond stitching. Red leather. This is beautiful leather. Very nice S logo on the top of the seat. There are no separate headrests. This is a sporty seat, and let's jump inside. As you can see here, this interior is absolutely stunning, and with this push of a button here with a red accent around it, we can start the car. And as you can see here, you have a virtual cockpit by Audi. This is one of the best infotainment speedometers I've seen in a car. BMW is following suit, but Audi has been the first who integrated this, and it looks absolutely stunning. The resolution is nice, everything is at your display. You can control the views here, you can have the full navigation screen there, and in the middle, just like so, and you have a speedometer and tachometer right there on the side. This is one of the best infotainment options you can have right now on the market, and it really looks like something that is going to be very useful for any driver in any condition. You have very good adjustability here. You can control the map by scrolling up and down. Everything looks and feels very nicely designed. You have also engine temperature on the left here. This is somewhat a display. This is always here, but this lights up to show the temperature of the engine. And also you have a fuel gauge on the right here, and these gray accents around really amplify the sportiness of this vehicle, and everything in this interior looks quality. This is real carbon fiber, like on the doors. You have very good controls here for the climate control. You have very nice display in the middle of the controls, of each control. You have a 3-zone climate control in this car. This is Grand Coupe type of vehicle, but they don't call, Audis don't call these vehicles Grand Coupe, they just call them Sportbacks. This is their way to explain how this car is different compared to the regular S5 Coupe. You have very good transmission lever here. This transmission shifter is really nice. As you can see, my hand fully lies on this transmission lever, and it feels comfortable. When you drive this car more sporty and you hold the shift like this, shift lever, it really feels nice. You know, this is little details that really mean a lot. You have a S logo here as well. You have a S logo here on the steering wheel as well. You have a Quattro badge on the dashboard here, and this is very important for Audi. Quattro has been their name mark for all-wheel drive systems, and their all-wheel drive systems is really good. They have the best all-wheel drive systems on the market, and they have been the first who integrated all-wheel drive systems, and they have a big responsibility to have those all-wheel drive systems in a top notch. Fairly big display compared to the steering wheel, as you can see. Yeah, it's pretty big. Infotainment controls are really convenient here. You can control this by pressing up and down for media, radio, telephone meaning Bluetooth, phone. And you have a navigation and map here. You can have 2 views for the map if you choose so. This is once again one of the adjustability and something that you can do and you can have, and Audi gives you this option. I really appreciate that. This is something that they think about their customers, not just knowing that they have customers that like sporty cars, but also like convenience in a car. So that's really good. And let's talk about this steering wheel. Now, this steering wheel is one of the best steering wheels I've felt and touched in terms of the materials and quality. It has a flat bottom, as you can see here. Very nice design here. Big bolstering. I'll show you a little bit on the side here. These steering wheels have been on the market recently, not so long, for refreshed Audis, A5, S5 for RS5 Sportback, and RS5 Coupe that came out also recently. RS5 Sportback is not available yet in the United States, but it will be soon. But this steering wheel goes everywhere for the S and RS line, and RS3 Sedan also has the steering wheel. Now, this is a beautiful steering wheel here. You can see you have the stitching here, red stitching outside and black stitching on the inside. This steering wheel takes it a little bit further with the bolstering as well. You have a very good design here on the steering wheel. As you can see here, you have a 10 and 2 notches, very pronounced 10 and 2 notches. You have a pedal shifters on the side here as well. The thing with these pedal shifters, if they were in a color of silver or aluminum, they would look a little bit better than they look now. But I think, I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, if RS5 Sportback has them in a different color, perhaps a little bit better emphasized in terms of the sportiness of vehicle, because RS5 is more powerful vehicle. It is 450 horsepower compared to this 350 plus horsepower that this car has. You have cup holders here up front. You have one USB here input, and you have a 12-volt power outlet here as well. You have a parking sensor here as well. You can close the, you can turn off the screen here. The screen doesn't fold, and you can turn back on. Traction control off. You have automatic start stop button here. You can turn it off if you want. Car will turn off on the traffic light and turn on once you lift off your foot off the brake. You have here drive select options. This is the most important options for this vehicle in terms of the driving abilities of this car. So you have individual, dynamic, auto, and comfort. So comfort, as implied, it will make the car softer on the road. You have here the auto that will adjust to the driving abilities of the person. It will adjust how you control this car, and it will appropriately give you the power and sensitivity of this vehicle. You have here also dynamic. Dynamic will make the car the sportiest. It's gonna make the exhaust louder as well, and you're gonna have a little bit better sound in terms of the engine and the exhaust, and the car is gonna be more sensitive to sporty feeling and driving of a driver. You have also here individual. Individual will make the car adjustable the way you want it. You can go into the options of individual, and you can adjust however you want the individual. You have engine, transmission in dynamic at this point, suspension, comfort, dynamic steering, sport differential, engine sound, and other options as well. So in terms of the adjustability, this car has a very good adjustability as well. Lights, you have automatic headlights, of course. This is a luxury vehicle as well, not just a sporty vehicle. You have very nice controls here for the display. You can control like this and push it back in. You have here storage as well for the middle section. You have the second USB here. You have aux input there as well, and storage not that deep, you know. I wish it was a little bit deeper though. You have a coin collector or extra storage, little bin here, but overall you have storage also on the doors as well. So if you ever need extra storage, there is also a huge trunk in the back. Quality and interior design is really good in this car. As you can see right now, I'm sitting behind the steering wheel of this beautiful Audi S5 Sportback. This is a sporty version of the A5 Sportback that is available also to buy. And this car is a little bit faster, a little bit more sporty in terms of the nature and how this car behaves on the road. You have more adjustability in terms of the sportiness of this vehicle, in terms of the transmission and the suspension and the steering wheel. This is electronic steering wheel, but it feels really nice. You have also many other different options on this car. I have a window sticker here, and this is a 2018 vehicle. This is 3.0 turbo quattro Tiptronic with Tiptronic transmission. You have also here, I'm gonna put engine specifications when I'm gonna go over the engine, but in terms of the extra options, this is glacier white metallic paint, as you see here on this review. This is $575 option. You have a magma red interior that is included actual car as it built. Prestige package is $4,400. That includes Bang & Olufsen sound system with 3D sound. It's a beautiful sound system. You have head-up display, full color. You have also interior LED lighting plus package that includes extra options for LED lighting. Top view camera system that gives you 360 view of the car. Audi MMI Navigation Plus with MMI Touch. That is the virtual cockpit display that is included in that price, also with Prime and Plus for 6 months. And you have also package here. You have also navigation on the side in the middle here as well. But the virtual cockpit is the biggest and most important thing here in terms of this Prestige package. S Sport package that includes race brake caliper, sport adaptive dampening suspension, and sport rear differential is $2,500 option. Driver assistance package is $1,800. That includes adaptive cruise control and Audi active lane assist, high beam assistant, and traffic sign recognition. And also you get fine Napa leather. So this leather is not a regular leather that you get from Audi. This is fine Napa leather. It feels really nice. It feels very expensive. The stitching is really expensive looking, and it's really nice to the touch as well. Dynamic steering is $1,150, and this fine leather is $1,250. Also, dynamic steering is $1,150 option, and 19-inch wheels are $800. These are 255/35 summer tires that include 19-inch 5-spoke Cava design wheels. So these design on these wheels are absolutely beautiful, as you can see in the video. Carbon Atlas inlays, the real carbon inlays here as well are included in that in this build are $250. Floor mats runs the package with $190. So this car is fully loaded, and this car is built and assembled in Ingolstadt, Germany, and the country of origin of engine is Hungary, transmission is Germany. So this car is a German car and assembled in Germany. Mile per gallon for this vehicle, 24 mile per gallon combined, 21 in the city and 30 on the highway. I'll be honest with you, I'm surprised for this type of vehicle. 24 mile per gallon is really good. If you're gonna be able to manage this mile per gallon in this car, that's really good. As you can see right now, I'm sitting on the back seat of this Audi S5 Sportback, and very nicely appointed back seats as well. You have a somewhat bolstering here. Middle, you can sit here in the middle, but you're not gonna have a lot of headroom. So I think that wouldn't be that comfortable. You have controls here for the rear climate, just in terms of the temperature. And you can control fully climate control in the back from that front display in the middle. You have bolstering here on the seats as well, on the back seat as well, so it feels sporty sitting in the back as well. This is one of the few cars that I've felt that have bolstering on the bottom section of the seat, and not so much on the top section. That's understandable. Not a lot of headroom, honestly. 6 feet. I'm 6 feet, and my head is touching the ceiling of this car, the roof of this car. So you know, even though there are cutouts here for the head, you still have the smaller back seats, you know, smaller in terms of the height. Overall, not bad. As you can see here, it's pretty spacious trunk on this vehicle. It's hatchback look for this trunk. You have also drop down seats. You have storage here on the left and on the right. You have a spare tire here under the floor as well. Very good feel in terms of the trunk lining as well. Very quality, and you can drop down the seats like I said before. And you have also, you can take this off if you want to put something a little bit taller, but overall very nice trunk.